Hello, SpeedGaming. Welcome to another link to the past for League Season 5 race. The first of 6 we have lined up from here on SpeedGaming. Hopefully, here in SpeedGaming 2. We are getting going with Kazbuk. We've got Team Hime with Kermit on the left and TM32 God Route on the right with Zaruvian. We've got Heart Piece and House. This is Kaz Boots. We're going to be going fast. We start with a Boots and Sword, and we're here for it. I'm Adalor, and the commentary booth with me today is Amerith. How you doing?
Hello, how is it going this afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in time zone land?
I love time zones.
Time zones are fun, and they make things complicated.
Oh, absolutely. All right, what's time we got? Big 20. Very cool. So in
Not a super rich uncle today, but
no. Since we start with a sword, the uncle is not obligated to give us a weapon, so we just get whatever he wants to give us today. Yep, this is casual boots. We start with boots and a sword, and the rest of the game is exactly what you expect it to be. After the castle sequence, we go hunt down 7 crystals and go fight Ganon. Team 32 on the right currently is 2-2. They've played just 2 games so far. This will be their third. They've won both of them, so they're currently riding a perfect record. And then Team Hime, of course, 1-1. Both of these teams have yet. This is the first game out of their 2 for the week. Their second one, I believe, is scheduled for Thursday. Last I looked at the schedule, I believe that's correct.
nope, their next game is immediately after this one.
Oh no, you're right. I'm thinking of something else. You're right. So this will actually be kind of a back-to-back, even here on SpeedGaming.
I believe that's correct. Yeah, there are a lot of games and a lot of there's a lot of games in League.
Yeah, no kidding. 6 races on a Tuesday. Love it.
Hey, I'll take it. Tuesday is usually really super slow, so
Having a little bit of trouble with that
fun.
blue guard. Loses a couple seconds in the standard sequence here. Let's see how he recovers from that.
Kermit going with pot straps. I'm always kind of trying to at least go for the 8/ myself, but when it gets a little dicey like that for Zaruvian, yeah, you kind of go and jump and grab a pot.
Yeah. I don't hate the pot 4 slashes. It's kind of it works out well. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling. If I feel like I can go for the 8/ I'll do it, but sometimes you got to bail out if you don't get the positioning just right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just one of those things that's like either you're feeling it and you really get it, you kind of get that rhythm down of hitting the guard just the right pace, because it's not just spamming your slashes as it kind of looks like it is. But like if you're going in at like 1 heart, you really want to just grab at least one pot that's 4 hits taken out and 1 extra heart on your person. So
yeah, and in standard start, there is no shame in not trying to tough out the 8/ and not taking a death there, because a death there is extremely detrimental. You're losing minutes. So
yeah, especially if something big is there, like the mirror or like some other kind of major item that's like gets you through the rest of the dungeon. Like if this were not a casual boot seat and boots are there, that kind of stings a little.
Oh, a cell mirror makes it the worst. Yeah. All right, we're getting into the dark section.
You know, I did kind of wish that for the Halloween times that we are right now, even just like cosmetically, that we could have like little Halloween decorations inside the castle.
It'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Maybe one day, like 10 years down the line, in the randomizer, we'll get something like that.
There's the map in Dark Cross. I know that the rest of the items we're going to find on our way out are all actual items. We're getting bullied by the ropes a bit.
The ropes are always jerks.
Okay, 3 items in the back here. We got anything good today on the way out? Always nice when Kaz Boost gives you some cool free stuff back here. Nope, couple heart pieces, another big 20.
Whole lot of nothing.
I always love in particular in Kaz Boots when you get like something interesting on your way out of castle that gives you like kind of an alternate direction that's not just, you know, well, CAC's still your best option, just go there. Like an early bow or something that says, ooh, you can just go clear Eastern real fast. Those are always neat to
Yeah,
see.
I like getting early bow. I'm a horrible person in casual boots and just never goes to Kakariko first unless I can get some sort of extra worth out of it, like a
Mm.
bottle or the flute or just like something to give me a little bit more incentive to go that way. Because like,
All
well,
right.
you could opt to just save and quit, go pick up like mini Moldarum Cave real quick, and if you find
Yeah.
the loot there, like, hey, all the better.
Yeah, maybe. You do have an option starting with, I mean, starting with boots and a sword does give you the ability to just kind of run around wherever you want. But we are going to see them both head at a sake and go left. We're checking stun prize. Stun prize is fairies. Well, hey, you're never have to worry about dying.
As long as you remember that the sun price is there, yeah.
Big 20 in bonk rocks. Single bombs on the well, likely the tier 2 tree pole, so that's good news.
Yeah, and that's not too terrible one to get, especially if you grab at least 3 of the bombs of those. That's enough for Kakariko, and you'll probably find more bombs within Kakariko itself, and that is a Cane of Samaria.
An actual item.
Hey look, the Order has 8 bombs for us.
Alright, so we are loaded on bombs no matter what here.
We're pretty set.
Also gets that tier 2 pull. Lumberjack check is one of our green rupees.
Oh, Greg, we will not be getting you today, unfortunately.
Greg and his brother Greg.
I thought it was Gregor.
I was told not to talk about Gregor.
Ah, okay, we won't talk about him then. And hey, that's a bottle of the bee.
A free bee?
Free the bee! And especially if it's a golden bee free in front of the bottle merchant for 300 rupees. Is Rubin opting to saving quit after Lost Woods? Very interesting.
What's he doing? He's going south, apparently.
Or we could be heading to Saha. Let's... south, yeah.
He's going south. We did also get a shovel there in the wells, or end blinds, so potential for... I mean, that's one more check we can do on the way to CAC. We did indeed get a B+ out of that bottle, so you can cash it in for a free item.
Yeah, and that'll definitely... well, it gives them the free bottle merchant item, basically, and sets them up pretty nicely for getting the Zora money.
Yeah. 450 coming in a well here, if nothing else. Yeah, pretty close to Zora money. I'd imagine you have that by the time you finish with Mini Moldarm all the way over to Ice Rod Cave. Alright, what's a Mini Moldarm? Speaking of that, another free blue potion. Even better. There's your $50 you need. And a hundo. The blue potion's nice.
Blue potion is very nice. And just as a reminder for those that don't know, when you're trying to sell the gold bee to the bottle merchant there, make sure that you're a little bit more to the left of the merchant, because otherwise the bee tries to attack the duck that's on the weather vane, and just he won't buy it.
It does not like the statue and will attack it. Yeah, it's interesting.
Bees and ducks just do not get along, apparently.
There's a glove on Sick Kid. Kermit's finding all the things in GAC.
The kid's just doing some heavy lifting today. Decided to take a break. I was like, here, you go do it.
So I was checking Camperman, who has a little heart piece.
A little love today, just, you know, a little bit different from his usual bombs for the bridge.
Store a water walk, so we're going to activate that underneath the bridge and go ahead and dash down towards checking the island, which has just a big 20 on it. And we will get a look at the Zora area. We're not going to see Zora himself, but everything else around will be collected or at least glimpsed. Heart piece and a big 20. Thing on Maze. Maze is another heart piece.
Just say right on nope to that. I think Ruby is
Shockingly
walking over to Kakariko now.
Oh, he's going to. Oh, he stored it in Mini Molorm. Okay.
Oh, we're doing Ice Rock Cave this way. Okay.
Yeah, he stored his water walk at a Mini Molorm, activated it, and then, stored it from Mini Molorm, activated it at under the bridge, and then just finishes at Ice Rock. I don't hate it. It's a different way to do this if you're not actually going to Zora.
It's kind of nice. Yeah, it sort of leaves that Zora open for you, especially if you're not checking the Zora item. Hey, that's a Moon Pearl and Ice Rock Cave.
Well,
nice.
I mean, now you can. But you don't have Zora money. I'm not sure why you're going this way now.
I think it's just gonna fake Flipper to Cack. And there's the hammer. Oh, okay, so there's Dark World. I was wondering where.
Oh yeah,
where our Dark World access was gonna turn up because I was like, just glove.
Oh, he did something wrong?
I think he got hit by the Zora, maybe.
Does Zora shoot him on the way in, or did he get contact damage?
I think he got contact damage from the Zora spawning up. Hey, look,
gross,
a wet bug net is a fish net, effectively.
Kermit decides he wants that net. Our light roll was just 3 normal crystals, nothing interesting there. And Zaru is committed to the cack skip. He's going Eastern.
Interesting. We'll see if he takes us just to Saha or goes all the way into Eastern. Depending on if Bo shows up or not, too. Meanwhile, Kermit gonna get his, the rest of his Zora money, gonna collect the Moon Pearl. We'll see what he does with that, if he goes right to Zora or decides to leave Zora a little ways for, just like if the mirror shows up later, try and combine it with, like, Catfish.
Nothing in the closet, and saving quit. Alright. Reasonable.
Alright, now where are you going, Ruby?
Except he's going south route to Cack. Just to be a little weird still. I mean, he did already go to the Lost Woods, so.
True, and I don't know if actually going the south route is faster, but then again, it does let you look at the race game on the way, you check the library on the way. But yeah, I'm curious of what Kermit's plan is after he sees the Moon Pearl here, if it's just save and quit or...
Yep.
Yeah, we want to get to that Dark World.
That is Dark World access, so we can now go pretty much wherever you want. As long as it's not like East Mountain. If you want to go to East Mountain, well, you're out of luck right now. Anywhere else, yeah, go for it.
You're going to need a little bit of help getting there legally, so... I definitely agree. Definitely like going to Hype Cave here to start with. Just get a few more items, see if you can't get a little bit of direction out of the seed, because like the only real clearable dungeon right now is Thieves Town. It's like it's kind of nice to have a bit better of a direction than that. And Thieves Town is one of our pendants, along with Mire, Green Pendant Swamp, and Red Crystals on Turtle Rock and Ice Palace today. Interesting. Alright, Johnny, what do you got for us today?
Flippers. That's something. Ether Medallion. Okay, I got a couple items.
Flippers and the Pikachu coin.
I'll start over. Has yet to be seen whether that Ether Medallion will be useful. We have no idea yet. We'll need a second glove to even have a chance at looking at either of the medallion requirements. We'll get there. We're gonna run left from here, head over to Stumpy Dig Game. Zara's now doing his Kakariko trip, getting the goodies out of well here. By goodies, I mean just stuff.
Yeah. I personally don't like doing Stumpy Dig Game in this order after Hype Cave, but that's just me personally.
Yeah.
I like trying to save it to combo with Blacksmith Chain just to make it feel a little bit better of having to do Blacksmith Chain.
Mm-hmm.
But I certainly understand it.
Sometimes you get your second glove in Dig Game and you're good to go.
Yeah, you just go right on up into Village Outcast. Yeah, that'd be nice, right?
Or a Quake medallion, you know. That works too.
Well, that is already a 2/3 chance that we have the medallion that we need to get into Turtle Rock. Interesting.
Yeah. Not bad to have a couple of those right off the bat. So we're making a mountain play here. It's like a mountain play.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looks like we're making a blind mountain play. It's only 2 items, but nice to get that save and quit point out of the way early, especially if Flute shows up, and you know, never know what you find out of logic that could give you a point of like a seed saying, hey, you know, you need to find this first before you're even doing these.
Book we found in Chicken Hut. Alright, Kermit will be making his way into Dark World by the village portal.
And looks like we're gonna take a quick pit stop into the Front of Skull Woods first. Always like that, especially when you do have the Cane Samaria. Just because it gets that middle chest out of the way nice, easy, and early, and hey, if you find your 2 items, then you're good. And sometimes it's just... Sometimes Skull Woods just has the progression, and you don't want a chance leaving it.
Star turns in just Old Man and decides that's enough mountain for now. Just getting that one for later. Okay. I think if you're gonna do that, you probably just wait and maybe Flute pops up. Well, there's Lamp. In the Front of Skull for Kermit.
As well as the Swag Dig.
Second small key. There's a bun. It's stuck. I've never seen that before. I was like, what the heck? This game is cool.
Oh, this game is silly. Zerufi gonna pick up his hammer here in just a moment. And likely just pop back on out and head right into Hype Cave, I would imagine, based on position of where he is.
He might go left with the book, chasing the desert. It's you're getting around the boots requirement at least. I mean, you've got boots to get whatever's on the torch. I mean, what I mean to say.
Yeah, it just feels bad going into desert without a fire source because you can't complete it.
Well, yeah.
And we still don't know if Flute will show up even in the seed.
Hammer, he might be planning on that, but then getting the hammer here might change his mind. See where he goes, yeah. Also getting the bug net, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there. It's a quick stop. And especially with the Sun Prize being fairies, like, that's just super convenient.
Yeah. Yeah, he changes. Alright, regardless of whether it was planned to go this way, he's definitely just... Well, you couldn't have planned on this, but a hammer is like, alright, let's go to Hype Cave.
Was that money on Bumper Ledge? It looked like money.
Like it.
It was something greenish. I can't think of many other things other than rupees that are greenish.
Yeah, I mean, there's like one item that's green, and that's the book. Everything else is like red or blue, pretty much. So, can't be important.
Either that or I've gone colorblind. And even then, I don't think colorblindness works that way.
Not exactly. Zarya's got his flippers. Nice chest turn. You nerd.
I still don't exactly know what chest turns do. I just know they look cool.
In theory, it saves you, I think, like a frame.
Oh, nice bow in the brewery.
Yep, that is a bow there for Kermit. Continuing to find the good stuff.
That makes Pod available, which is nice. We'll probably at least see the front 4 of these down here. I don't know if he'll leave after the front 4 or if he'll decide to complete it. Probably depending on how many items we find in here.
Yeah.
Ruby, meanwhile, checking Pyramid. Might even jump up to Catfish. We'll see.
Just a blue rupee on Pyramid Ledge. Unexciting. Chest 2 of these front 4 is a big 20. That's our first item.
don't know what it is about the frog sprite. I think it's just the position of the eyes. It just constantly looks like he's dashing backwards. I'm like, no, you're facing the wrong way, Kermit.
Ooh, half magic.
That is a
And
nice safety item.
that's 2 items in the front of thieves. There are 2 in the back, and save and quit. We are out of there. There's a pendant thief, so you don't actually want to have to go to the rest of it. Overweight catfish. What do we have? 300 rupees. We'll take it.
We are now officially rich. Let's see, looks like Kermit's planning to knock out Eastern after this, then probably jump into Pod.
Yeah. With no mirror, you can't just do the easy pod Eastern combo, but yeah, this will be Eastern into pod most likely. We want to clear both those dungeons, and we have the tools we need to do so. It's just Kaz boots. There's no big keys going everywhere like in the previous week of Ambrosia, so you can, as long as you have the items you need, like for instance your bow and your hammer, you can just walk in and clear the dungeon. Easy. And Zara is now also getting into Skullwood's front checks.
Nice hammer dash by Kermit there. I don't see many people do that in the front of Eastern there, but it's always cool to see. Nice little quick thing there. Oop, be careful.
Item in Eastern is our Sank Heart. Second potential item here in the... Ooh, there's... Why? Why is it there again?
Yeah,
So,
what do you mean again?
so for me, that's again very recently because like last week I was playing a Doors Seed and the hook shot was there, and then in was it that casual race we did the other night. It was there again, and I was really quite tickled by that because I was like, oh, it's like that door seat I played yesterday, and now it's there again.
Again. Alrighty, if the item not here, do you think Kermit skips the big key chest?
I don't know. Well, no, definitely not. I mean, I think it's. Oh, he's skipping anyway, despite it being an item. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I don't like the Eastern.
Well, it could be an item. It could be the map. So.
Oh, we did find 2 items. No, you're right. It is the gamble. Okay, I'm counting. Yes.
Counting is hard, especially this early in the afternoon.
So, yeah, I don't like the Eastern 50-50. I think it's a terrible gamble every time unless you're in like desperation mode. But yeah, I mean he's going for it. So we'll see how it works out.
I've taken it like once or twice, and like the one time that sticks out in my memory of doing it is a race that I was also racing with. It was like a daily race, and Ravis was doing it too. One of Kermit's teammates here, and I believe it was Ice Rod there, unfortunately.
Ooh, geez, yeah.
So I was like, nope, never again skipping that.
Did not
and
get
he gets the item.
Didn't even the quick kill, just quite a little bit off the pattern, but yeah, we got the third item, standard boss heart. So there we go.
Never punished. Good 1 minute basically time save from saving to go to the big key chest.
Yeah, sometimes it works out.
As Kermit goes to go trucking on to Palace of Darkness.
Tara's doing his Village of Outcast stuff. Going to get his bow here in the brewery chest. Giving himself now also that option of going to Pod and Eastern. Gonna check at least the front of Thieves.
Let's see, what's logically available after we get all this here? We just have the mountain, really, Light Mountain.
Yeah, like West Light Mountain, the 2 checks that are, well, the 1 check really that's available in Spec Rock Cave.
I'm trying to think what's bound to turn up here. It's like I'm kind of like feeling like it's either gonna be mirror or mitts here in Pod.
We do also have. Oh no, we just got hook shots. We get a lot more mountain. Never mind. Mountain's looking pretty good actually. But we do have also desert. I mean, yeah, you don't, like you said earlier, we don't necessarily want to go to desert without a fire. But now that you've got lamp, they've both got lamp now. Actually, what was lamp again? Right, that was in Soulfront. Desert's looking a little better now that you've got lamp. Do you want to run the desert? Chase the book? See where it goes?
Yes, do you want to go all the way there? Like, I mean, but
I like it. I like chasing the book in the desert, but that's just me. It is a play I will commonly make. If I get an early book, I'm like, all right, what's in desert? Always suspicious of the book.
I mean, that sounds like me. I'm always suspicious when Kina Burna shows up because Spike Cave exists, but
Yeah.
that's just because I'm paranoid and I wear a tinfoil hat.
I regret to inform you that you've been misinformed about the composition of your hat. It's aluminum foil, not tin.
Darn, I've been lied to. No wonder it hasn't been working. I must contact the tin company.
Get yourself some actual aluminum to be good to go, yeah. Or tin. I don't know. Maybe you want tin. Did they tell you want tin? Because they're wrong. Alright. Nothing in pod so far, but you know pod front has to have at least 4 keys, so it's unlikely to find the goods you want in the front of pod. It's usually in the back.
What is the pods usually referred to as the mullet dungeon party or a business front party and back?
Yeah. There's a house gonna run over, probably doing the eastern pod play here.
Yeah, it seems like the logical thing to do. Like, not really much left.
Yeah. There's the big key on the right side. So we've seen all the front 2 that weren't keys were the big key and the compass. So yep, 4 key pod front, pretty standard. It's pretty rare to have even a 5 key pod front, let alone 6. Bonk to get back on the bridge, shoot the switch, reset the hard hat beetles back to where they're not in the way, and we can head to the back.
Bonk on the chest for good measure.
Yeah, you know. RNG manipulation.
Always.
Going for a little hammer jump here, which I like it because mirrorless pod routing kind of makes the hammer jump really worth it. That is a bomb placement. Let's try that again.
As an incorrect, it looks like we missed the right input that was supposed to be there.
Yeah. A little bit of pixel math here, trying to get in the right position. That's good. Also looks good.
There was also that moment of pause by Kermit there that was like, game? Really? Did we have to?
Yeah. Sarah's got his hook shot now from Eastern. Alright, anything cool in Dark Maze? Map on the bottom.
One item now because that's all the dungeon items aside from 1 or 2 more keys.
You'll never get a key in Dark Maze either, so yeah, that was guaranteed to be an item.
Yeah, key cannot be in Dark Maze yet.
Are you suggesting that V32 might change this?
The legendary V32, I've heard word that either 32 or 33 or who knows, one of the upcoming versions, it might be able to have a key. Supposing it meets like some sort of crazy like logic constraints or something with like the hammer.
Neat.
I think it's something like the hammer has to be like there for there to be a key, kind of like the compass room and rando room in GT for the big key.
Right. And there's a shield in Hellway. That'll finish off our... oh, we got one last item in Helmsar. Otherwise, that finishes pod.
But for now, we just have our Playco brand fun shield.
Pick up these hearts for safety. Yeah, good idea. Still rocking only green mail and only one sword, so we'll take some healing. Zar's now on his way into the back of Eastern. Okay, so if we don't have our actual progression on Helma, then we'll probably head to the mountain. I mean, yeah. Mountain seems pretty good. Ideally, you'd like to have your second glove by the time you go up there, so that you could do one big, huge, good mountain trip. I like that boomerang throw. Why have I never seen that before?
Like, I've never seen anyone hit it with that angle. I never really thought. I wonder if that's only with the red boomerang, maybe.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to try that.
Like the red boomerang just moved from like second position to like second and a quarter, or the other way around. One and 3/4.
It lost ground on blue boomerang. All right, Zaro in his Armos fight now, while Kermit's getting in his Helmasar fight. Doing a different setup for the quick kill and gets it. Kermit's gonna opt to plug 8 arrows into the face of Helmasar. Pretty reasonable. All you have is a fighter sword.
This is basically even an NMG Helma basically. Just one more heart, but one less sword.
Yeah. Helmasar is... There you go. Resisting being shot in the face. Understandable, honestly. I would too. Anything good here? Oh, there's our last coin. We are officially unconcerned about the entrance requirements of Myron TR.
Hooray, though. I was going to say something, but then I forgot.
He's done with Eastern. He's now on his way into pod. We'll be busy in there for the next few minutes, finding a whole lot of almost nothing.
Finding a clearable crystal.
And looks like Kermit is gonna... Let's see where you're going next.
To desert?
Yeah, this looks like a desert run. Got the book in the box.
You know, I don't hate it because book showed up really early, so...
Yeah, the book was just literally Sphere 1. Oh, no. Yeah, no, Sphere 1. It was in Chicken Hut, so yeah. What's, technically Sphere 1. It's actually Sphere 4 because of standard, but we're calling it Sphere 1. Bombs on the ledge. Okay.
But so was visible there. So it's kind of like 50-50 on whether desert or mountain is what feels like play.
The mountain is certainly your greater density. You can do Paradox, Spiral, Hera, Check, Ether Tablet. There's a lot to do up there.
But I don't hate the desert play because, again, it's clearable crystal.
Yeah. And in a race situation, you're hoping potentially you get your second glove out of desert, and then that really improves your mountain trip a lot.
A vanilla glove? That'd just be silly.
It'd be funny. Smoky on the torch. Interesting key layout where neither of the keys lock each other.
Doesn't happen that often.
No, not particularly often. Still, a logically boots lock desert with the small key being on the torch. But, we started with boots, so that don't matter. Compass in the big chest. Ruby gets a compass in the big key chest. Over to the right side because we're guaranteed to have at least one item on the right side of desert. Maybe it's a thing that makes killing Landmo faster. That'd be neat.
Yeah, like fire rod or another bow.
Or we're getting the other item on the boss. So it's basically the worst desert item layout. Check everything. And starting with a heart piece. Well, I guess.
That might help kill Landmo like a little bit.
Technically an item, sure, I guess desert, whatever. Alright, Ruby's got his big key. And his last small key. He'll be on his way into the back-a-pod.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him go straight for Helma here, because that's the play that he really kind of likes to do.
Yeah, he's doing it. It makes your routing of the back interesting too, because you can, like, if you decide if you're not doing anything after pod, you can just save and quit out of the back, and then you're just done. You don't have to worry about running out of the back to get to the boss.
Yeah, it's also one of those things that's like, once you do find the last of the items, you can just save and quit if, you know, map and compass is still floating around.
Yeah. The Helm Rush is a good route. I need to do it more, honestly. If you have the big key by the time you're there, just go for it. If you're going to kill the boss. If you know you're killing Helma, just do it.
I need to do it less, because I find myself oftentimes going to do the Helma Rush and then realizing, hey dummy, you don't have the big key.
Yeah. It hinges upon having the big key at that point, which not always, especially if you're, like, if the right side of your 5 and 6 checks are the front, then, like, you're not likely to have the big key at that point.
You know what, Ruben, that almost worked. That was almost a, like, clean turtle room, like... It was almost one of those Bob Ross happy accident moments. We got some silly Samaria strats going in here with this this hammer Landmo. I like it, it's a little cheeky, just sneak in some damage here and there.
I think at this point it feels like more of a challenge to keep the block alive. Will the block survive the fight? Yes, it will. 10 arrows. Well, Desert had a whole lot of nothing.
Though that does scare me a little bit, just because of previous problems with having the Kane Samaria block down in a boss room. Remember to Samaria responsibly. Don't spam Kane Samaria in boss rooms.
Something
Bad
happened
things
with
happen.
that one time. What happened that one time?
That was my team versus JKLO last year in the playoffs. My teammate was spamming the game of Samaria after killing Blind because Blind was being a big jerk, and it despawned the boss item, and then they couldn't move to get the crystal.
Oh right, that.
It's off locked. Yeah, it's very terrible. And so, like I said, please Samaria in boss rooms responsibly.
Who would do such a thing in Orange?
Exactly, Oro. Who would do such a thing?
Alright, so Kermit's done. There, we're gonna head up to the mountain now. Good amount of access. I imagine after this point we're gonna probably converge, unless Ruby also decides he wants to make the desert run. We're just gonna check the lumberjack while we're up here, because starting with the boots, just kind of, it's very easy to come up here and check it, and don't give the logic any opportunities to put weird stuff here, and you're like, oh man. Don't trust that logic. Keep an eye on it.
Lest it escape somewhere.
Yeah.
I have a little bit more preferential to the way that Kermit decided to route in Lumberjacks, just because it's like, when you have boots in casual boots like this, or you get boots early, really only consider checking the Lumberjack like when either you have the mirror and you're checking like bumper ledge, or when you're going to go up the mountain the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's basically like ignore Lumberjack, it doesn't exist until you have to.
And here comes our convergence. Ceruvian starting at mountain, having completed pod. We are just seconds apart now with pretty much the same inventory, yeah.
Just minor differences on the fact that Kermit has Desert Nun.
Yep.
Which Ruby could potentially finish faster later.
Yeah. Potentially in a go mode state. With better weaponry for killing Lambo faster. There's nothing over there, so it's a good decision if he decides to make it for him. Alright, East Mountain, here we go. We have some treasure over here for sure, because where else is it going to be?
8 total items on the east side of the mountain here. And then just Hera. So what do we got? We getting a mirror, we getting a fire rod. What is in Paradox Cave here?
Single
Nothing
arrow.
so far.
I want to see. I want to see one of our fetch quests. That's it. Just one of them. Just give like the mushroom.
Are we dreaming of fetch quest chaining?
Why not? We haven't had any of that yet. Not today, at least. Well, so far we're off to a great start. A whole lot of arrows. Oh, there's our glove. Okay.
There's a net.
The second glove is just on the mountain. That improves your mountain trip by going to the mountain. Takes a fall in the hole. Yeah, it looked accidental. I think he had to walk around, yeah. Zaru gains a few seconds here. We'll be the first to get up on top. Take a peek at what's on the island.
I thought Kermit was going to go straight into Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny after that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he could have, but like without mirror, it seems kind of a dubious decision. Spots that 50 rupees on the island. Take a Rate of Ether tablet. It has a heart.
Yeah,
I've been needing that.
Won't be needing that. Mati would be sad.
For Tower of Hera, which we have a hook shot and boots, so it is fast.
Hey, look, there's a mushroom.
Hey, that mushroom I wanted. Cool.
Well, I mean, now we could fake powder if we want to dump all of our magic into spamming the lamp 32 times.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. All right, key in the lobby. One situation which I'd actually be happy to go back to Ambrosia, because then you could, or actually just Ambrosia, because then you could just say, oh, there are items on Moldworm. Give it to me. Easy. We're having a little bit of trouble with the super speed Herapot, and decides we're going to go for the bomb setup, and gets it no problem on his way up. Kermit's going right for the basement, actually.
He went for the Herapot, but I think he picked up the item from the Moldorm that messed up his
his knockback's incorrect. Okay.
Because I saw him bomb and get knocked up, which is definitely not a normal bomb thing in that position. I know how to words in English.
Mm-hmm. I believe in you. All right, 3 hammer hits to the Moldorm's tail. Do not get knocked down the hole in the meantime. There you go. Look like we got our second item in the compass chest, so we're just done in Hera.
No, there's an item in the big chest.
Is it big? Okay.
Because the lobby was, or the compass chest was a map, and Moldorm had compass.
We'll see on Kermit's trip
we'll
up.
get that. Meanwhile, Big Chest is dead to Zeruvian. Looking like we'll go Spiral Cave into the Dark Death Mountain checks.
As the kids say, the chest does not exist. Never programmed it to be an item. It's an illusion.
If you're being cheeky, you go up top instead of jumping straight into the portal on the bottom. Open up Turtle Rock and just go get your fire rod out of the front of Turtle Rock. You know, normal
Yeah,
things,
right.
right?
I mean,
Normal seed logic.
I feel like you do that anyway, considering you have to open TR. You know you're going to want it open. You have all the medallions. You know you can do it. Just do it. That's time you have to take later anyway.
You're gonna have to go up there and open it anyway. So.
Yep. Yep. All right, Kermit on his way to the big chest. Do we have something cool? Oh, red potion. Okay.
Oh, it's red.
Not missing anything crucial here. Taking a 3-2 lead on bottles, though.
It is one of those things that just sort of weighs on your mind when you start getting thin on checks. It's just like, oh gosh, is it back up in Hera? Do I have to make my way all the way back up there?
Yeah. When it's vanilla
We'll see
big
how that
key.
plays out.
Yeah. Oh, do be careful with the Moldorm. Oh, do be careful with the Moldorm. Yeah, use that red you just got, please. Thank you. Alright, we are all good. So you don't get knocked down the hole. Oh. Moldorm camp in the left side where he likes to hang out and be obnoxious. Alright, everything's good.
Bosses that begin with M generally just tend to be jerks.
Yeah, right.
Moldorm, Moth,
Moldorm, Mothula, Margus.
Blind, Mold Stare.
There's our
Hey,
second
silver
bow in
arrows.
Super Bunny. Nice.
Glad to see that we got our second bow before we got a second sword.
Yeah. That's a thing. I mean, you're not complaining at that point. Silver arrows are a great weapon to have.
Meanwhile, in Hookshot Cave.
Alright, let's see what we got for 4 items here.
Ooh, that was a bit of a dubious hook.
That was a bit close to the edge, yeah. Made it work, though. 2 heart pieces so far. We're gonna go for the quad. Nope. Well, 1.5 hearts, I guess. Sure. We've had at least some stuff on the mount, you know, second glove, second bow. Yeah, good stuff at least. We're gonna, of course, peek in TR while we're here, and like you said, maybe just get the fire out of the first chest.
Normal seed logic things.
Normal Turtle Rock things.
I don't know why. It just tends to like to be here. Just like, oh, here's the fire rod in the first check of Turtle Rock, or here's the flute, or just something silly like powder, even.
Or the powder. There's that slight hesitation. Zara looks at it like, gonna death warp and head for a spiral cave. Yeah.
Spike cave?
Yes, spike, spiral, caves that start with spy. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Thank you, yes.
see if we can't break our way into there just because we're not supposed to be able to get in there yet without a cape or a burna.
Yeah. We do have that free blue potion, which with 11 hearts total makes it very possible.
And no free fairy, unfortunately. And
Oh,
gonna
really?
decide against it without the fairy.
Oh, okay, I guess we're gonna save the blue for later. Okay. That's fair, I guess.
Is Kermit thinking about doing the same?
I think if you make that run over, you just commit to spending the blue potion on it. Just go for it. That's just me.
I think if he had more hearts, like if he was more full, he would have gone for it, but...
Yeah, I mean...
Hey, there's our other
Again.
Greg.
You only need, like, 14, really, for a comfortable Spike Cave trip.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I think you can make it on 13. It's a tight 13, but
Yeah,
you can make
but I
it.
mean, yeah, with like 6 or 7 hearts on the bar and a blue potion, you've got like 17, 18 total. That's more than enough time. Yeah.
Bringing the mushroom now. Possibly gonna run up to Zora after this.
Yeah, we still
But
haven't seen Zora.
I wouldn't be surprised at an Ice Palace play here next.
Got a bomb
Again,
pack.
the whole completable dungeon thing.
Yeah, yeah. Could see. I guess if you're gonna
Ice
do
looks good.
ice, you do ice then Zora, but Zora then ice also works out.
I mean, I don't hate going to Zora first just because what if he's a sword or something, or your fire rod?
Yeah, things that make ice better. Kermit's saving quitting out of Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny. I'm gonna head.
Likely doing similar.
Yeah, it's like a similar trip here. 10 arrows on Zora Ledge. Still on the hunt for any armor upgrades or sword upgrades. Both of those would be real nice getting into the later parts of the seed.
I mean, you don't want just 3 swords in GT?
Yeah. Not today, I don't think. Not feeling it. Just a heart piece on Zora, not missing anything here. Answering chat real quick. Kermit did take the book into desert, yes. That's why kind of our big dungeon clearing differences. Yeah, Kermit did that earlier. And then they converged again on the mountain.
As we're heading into ice now, one thing that's been weighing heavily on my mind is this just feels like a seed where there's going to be something in Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
Like with how early the flippers were, you got the hammer, you got the hook shot and sphere 1. The only thing missing really is that mirror, and it's just like, I don't know, I hate that runner's instinct that I get sometimes where it's like something just nagging at the back of your mind that something's there. And then you have to wonder like, oh, is this the one time that feeling is right, or is it just wrong and just being dumb as usual? Ice Rod on Ped potentially could happen, but not likely. We don't know.
Yeah.
No one's read Ped yet.
Ice Rod, one of that infamous item that can be basically anywhere. No sign of it just yet. Yeah, like Mary said, no ped read, so we are still guessing as to what could possibly be there.
So that's a nice prize pack for the Pen Gators to be in.
Yes, I love when Pen Gators are in the high value pack because there's so many of them you can kill in this dungeon. And the big key in the first chest, that's extra convenient for being able to do switchless icebreaker.
Very nice, very fast icebreaker.
Yeah, it was
One day
really
I'll be able to get it that fast. Been getting better at it, but it's still one of those things that's just like, I don't know, you usually don't get it on the first try, and if I do, it surprises me and it takes just as long.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Where's Fire Rod?
Who would have thought? Rule of Fire. Something bad jokes.
First item in Ice Palace. Gives us the ability to now clear Skull. Second item is a bomb pack. Kermit's gonna do a little bit of cleanup of some of his flippers checks too. Or like I think the last of his flippers checks really.
Well, let's see. What are we needing for go mode here? We just need Ice Rod at this point, yeah?
Ice Rod. Yeah. Yeah, just Ice Rod.
Do you make the play after finishing Ice here? Well, and obviously cleaning up Desert for Ruby and Skull Woods. I don't remember how many items we got in the front of Skull Woods.
One.
Do you
Pretty
just
sure
go
we have one
straight?
pending.
Do you just go straight to Turtle Rock and pray that the Ice Rod's there, maybe?
I don't know if I jump straight for it. I think I do a little bit more. I think I like at least clearing. Yeah, you clear Skull. I think in Ruby's case, you can also clear Desert. Okay, last item's on Cold Stare. You wrap up your crystals at the very least, and then say, well, maybe. God, it depends on like if anything else pops up. Because if you get like a mirror, then you could more comfortably do Smith Chain. I don't know if I want to jump for mirrorless Smith Chain in this situation. It's terrible and slow.
I'm kind of feeling like mirrors on Smith Chain at this point.
Ah, purple chest mirror.
Because there's not really that many locations left, honestly. I'm just going through in my head like what's left and what's, what could unlock something, and mirror is largely missing.
Yeah, there just isn't a lot
left.
Yeah, because like mirror locked Olive Swamp. We don't have Flute to get to Mire. These are just items that like you don't want to see at this point though, because like you prefer your options to be really constrained and not have to have a big distraction pop up that takes you in a direction where you don't find anything and you feel like you've wasted time. Just
It
minutes
opens
of
up too much.
yeah. You don't want to open up things at this point. You'd like to just find your go mode and just be
And
good to
just
go.
go.
Yeah, like
Maybe
a nice
just
rod.
be in sword mode.
Like for nice, comfy, fast Cas boots here, ideally you would get your ice rod like right there on Colts here, or maybe it's on Moth. Like, yeah, anything else is just like they're items you don't want to see because then you're like, oh man, these are opening up pendant dungeons. It gives you decisions you have to make. Because without those, you just think, okay, well, I clear my crystals and then what do I have left? Oh, like a little bit of overworld, like Smith Chain. That's really it.
Yeah, Kermit, that's about how I feel with Icebreaker. Because sometimes it just does not want to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just block, please. Do the one pixel, like the left thing. Let me through. I am using my red key.
Lacking mirror, of course, we're going to split up these checks a little bit. So we're going first for the magic bat.
Yeah, I can't really blame it before going into Skull Woods.
Yeah, you're just over here in the area. Like, this is a good thing to do first. Good forethought of like, what are the checks I'm going to do in this area and then the order in which I should do them. Start in the light world because, of course, lacking mirror. Kermit's still working on Ice Palace. Has one more item to find on the boss. Gonna just put in, see if the bot's working. Hey, the bot's working. So if you like,
Yeah.
a quick little plug of the runner's channel since we're in kind of a slight lull in the action, waiting for new checks to come up. If you like what you've seen from these two and want to show your support, then they would appreciate the follow if you go do so.
Go check them out. They're pretty fun people.
Yeah. We got Skull Rocked, the classic Skullwoods RNG. Try to dash through those 3 bushes, and the game says, "Nah, you're gonna bonk here."
We're just gonna stop you right there.
Because I also have not called them out yet and said thank you to our tracker Slowpoke today. We appreciate you keeping things accurate on screen for us. We literally could not do these restreams without our trackers. So huge thanks to everything they do. All right, back at Skullwoods, we have one item back here. Whether it is on Moth or Bridge Chest has yet to be seen, but of course we will kill Moth first because we have to.
Gibdos are in the same pack as the Pengators.
Yeah, if you're really savvy at this game, you could potentially have like the enemy groupings memorized, so you could know that if you see like something on one particular enemy, you could know what other enemies also have that prize pack because those are consistent. But I don't have those groups memorized.
I have some of them memorized, and it's really beneficial to be able to do that.
And like those, it's not like an easy thing to memorize either because some of the groups are kind of just like a slapdash of different enemy types. So, compass on Moth, so the other item is in the bridge chest. We get simultaneous crystal pickups again. That's like the 3rd time that's happened already in this seed. They've both been holding a crystal simultaneously. Okay, so we'll re-enter for bridge chest. We'll see what's lurking in the back here. And that chest right there, we can see it. We just gotta walk all the way around to actually get to it. And nice thing is we can just save and quit out of the back here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was just wondering, like, is saving and quitting faster than going back out to
Oh, actually, well, yeah, I think so, because I think running from, oh, maybe.
Hey, there's Go-Dish.
Oh, no, Ice Rod's just there. There we go. Never mind.
Rather, welcome
Or
to sword mode.
or in sword go mode, yeah. But like you kind of just go for it at this point. So
Yeah,
Zara needs to
with
run to desert now, and then
there's
hit up the
Turtle
mountain.
Rock ahead of you that has
Five
4 items in
items.
it still.
Oh,
4
four.
still.
Yeah.
And then 9 million items in GT because it's just a wonderful wealth of not swords.
Your 3 swords in GT column may turn out to be accurate here.
I mean,
We
it's
don't
either that
need
or mirrors in GT, and then you got 3 swords in Swamp. That would be absolutely
uh
horrible, but
sword palace.
I mean, there's always a sword in Swamp. Why not 3?
Why not 3?
We could be like that one guy from that one anime who uses the 3 swords. You know the one.
I don't know the one actually. I'm not a nerd.
Darn nerds taking over our games and stuff. We're heading into the back of Skullwoods. Wonder if he's gonna go grab that ice rod first or just kill Moth. Nah, you go kill Moth. Because you just hope that Moth has the item.
Yeah, you kill Moth first, yeah.
I wonder how much
three
desert...
sword man, that's what it's called, yeah.
Yeah, 3 sword man. I was gonna say, I wonder how much of Desert Ruby picks through here. It looks like he's definitely gonna skip all of it.
All right, let's think mentality here. What could be concerning him that he might be in like a significantly behind state? He needs to go super fast and skip as much as possible.
Well, knowing how Ruby kind of thinks a little bit, he might be feeling a little executionally behind Kermit because Kermit is a very strong runner, and while Ruby is too, like, you always assume that your opponent is like doing every play perfectly, so...
Yeah. It's usually not correct.
Yeah, usually not correct, but brain always says dumb things and is like, you should listen to me because I'm your brain.
See me versus Jon Snow the other day. We'll leave it at that. Okay, Kermit's got his Moth down. Fairly uneventful fight. Use a lot of magic, but that's what it's there for. When you have 1 sword but a half magic fire rod, you can just burn them off.
But interestingly enough, with Ruby killing the Landmost here and having the fire rod to do so very much more quickly, and the arrows if he decides to do the silver arrow strat, they're going to be pretty much neck and neck going into TR.
Yeah. Mass Critic in chat makes a good point. Zura's early game decisions maybe weighing on him, kind of missing some of the crucial items in CAC for a bit longer. Which particularly it's just the glove, you know, stuff to think about.
Yeah, you sort of feel like maybe I overcleared if Kermit played more standard and didn't even go to Zora while we did go to Zora, like...
Yeah. Plus, like, you could have your mountain trip be a lot earlier, and like with how that ended up being kind of required to go up with just like 1 glove, you got to think like maybe my opponent did that super early and has had the 2nd glove for a while. And considering that Flute and Mirror have not popped up, like, yeah, no, it's pretty reasonable to think that to make that
So
guess on what
scary.
your opponent's done. Yeah. Yeah, the Zara had a very, very clean land mode, just like, silver arrows, if you can time them correctly, are a super fast way to kill the boss. Made it look good. All right, we're relatively close on the mountain, like you said here. Kermit's gonna be a little bit ahead getting into TR, but not by much.
I guess probably about like 30 or so seconds. We'll see their actual enter into TR time here. So we got Kermit going in at 41:42.
Zura's climbing Super Bunny, decides not to deal with Dead Rock RNG. Pretty reasonable.
Yeah. If you can get
Zara, you don't have a mirror. Okay. Well, it was a good attempt, but no.
I understand the impulse.
Yeah. Should have just taken the Dead Rock RNG at that point. It's fine. It happens. You get so used to having certain items in this game that when you don't have them, it can really throw you off. The mirror in particular is like, you almost always have it. So when you don't, and you're in these late game situations where you're doing things that 95% of the time, somewhere in that range, you just have it and you get to use it to do things. Like it's weird. It
Hammer will
throws
do
you
that
off.
too if Hammer is strangely absent on a seed.
Yeah. Like really late hammer and mirror are just super weird in this game.
And I forgot to look at the time of observing entering TR, but it's about like 40, 50 seconds difference.
Yeah. Close to a minute. You find 2 keys in roller room because I think they almost have to be 2 keys at this point, or at least 1. But yeah, a couple keys in roller room. Pretty ideal for a Goma TR situation. You just need to find 1 more.
I think you do check lava chest at this point, though, just looking for a sword. Like,
Yeah, that's also pretty reasonable. You could take a little bit of time and just full clear the dungeon. That's not a bad idea.
I mean, if you're gonna probably end up going to the big chest anyway, like, it's not really changing all that much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
big
also
keys
you know
here.
it's vanilla anyway,
All right,
so
vanilla big, right? Duh, gotta get it.
they wonder.
I wasn't paying attention to chomp chest that hard, obviously. Yeah, we're full clearing the dungeon then. Heart piece. Okay. 3 items remaining in TR. 2 items on the top. What an interesting TR layout. That usually doesn't happen. TR tends to also kind of have the pod syndrome of most of the items being in the later part of the dungeon because of where the keys have to be.
Laser Ridge in particular.
Pop out here, skipping Mimic Cave.
Because we can, we have to.
All right, no mirror. Duh. I'm awake. Thank you. I would be making a fool of myself. If I was with myself here. I'd be like, wait a second. I'd have to be correcting myself all over the place. All right, crystal roller. Gonna have a compass. All right. We'll have to find 1 more key on Laser Bridge.
Key, a map, and 3 items remain.
Asking the seat is hard mode. Like, not the item pool is normal here, but they just so happen to have not found any armor upgrades, and they're still. I mean, they have both bows though. So that right there says yes, this is a normal pool, but they just haven't found the nice items that they'd like to have, like armor upgrades. You know, still missing swords. There's our key on Laser Bridge. Permit miscounted an item. I think there's 1 item
Possibly,
pending
because
still.
there should still be 1 item, yeah.
I believe we're pending 1 item. I hope that doesn't bite him.
Well, we'll find out once the Ruby gets to Laser Bridge.
Yeah.
Or maybe we miscounted, who knows?
It's entirely possible.
I think we did.
Okay, on our way into a Hammer Trinex fight. Oh joy. Everyone loves it, right?
Favorite.
Two rod shots and 5 hammer hits to each head will do it.
Does not get paws off in time.
No. It's the map. Okay, well.
Never punished.
Permanent May have miscounted there, but we'll be okay. Not missing an item here.
This isn't secretly ambrosia, right? Like...
No. Casbrosia?
Ambrosia?
Yeah, that's what I should have said. Yeah, Casbrosia. Tried to work in boots there too, and it didn't work. Okay, Trinix exploding on Kermit's side. About to hoist the 7th and final crystal. Well.
Thanks, game.
Lovely. Hey, chat, let's type some numbers. You know what to do. If you have a guess as to where the GTBK is going to be, put in a number between 1 and 22. If you win, I will maybe perhaps mispronounce your name intentionally on stream for the entire world to hear.
And you might get fake internet points, but probably not. Addy, what's your favorite number?
18 is the number I will always go with.
I'm going with 1 today. Because this seed would be torturous and be like, hey, here's the big key quickly. You still need a sword, though.
Yeah, no kidding. We are not in go mode yet. We do still need another sword.
Very clean final try next portion there.
Oh, yeah.
Kermit entering at 110.52 to 53-ish. And gonna go left first.
Key on the torch. Rip, Bob.
May you rest in peace, Bob. We will remember you.
I always remember Bob. Why I choose 18. It usually works out to be Bob's chest. 2 through 5 over here in the Stalfos room. We'll see if Kermit kills them or decides to continue left. Oh, well, number 2. Well, that was easy.
Enjoy your big key.
It's quick enough. And we're gonna do a little peek at Hope Room. I mean, yeah, I like this. You find a quick big key. You can just grab a couple more. There's a sword. All right, cool. We're good to go.
And correct guess, by the way, being map 1066 and Domino Bright. Congratulations on guessing number 2 today. And just over a minute apart on the GT entering.
This will be close. This will continue to be close, and then we'll have the weird fight that is Master Sword Silver's Ganon. Close things out, in which weird stuff can happen. That fight is an awkward rhythm to it in Phase 4, where you have to like get a spin, but then do the silver arrows. It's weird. Thor gets his in 2 as well. For his sake that he checks Hope Room before climbing, otherwise we're gonna be sad.
Looks like the plan with the mirror out, so
yeah. I mean, he kept the mirror out from mirroring himself. Yes, okay. He will be not disappointed to have a second sword here. I can hear the noise he makes when he sees that sword there. It's just like, ugh. You know the one.
Yeah, I know the one. It's the letter, a sword.
Kermit's into Gauntlet here. Gauntlet 3 with the blue Zadex. Boss run a bit by the Beamos.
My least favorite of all those Isaacs because they're just the biggest jerks. They're just like, hey, I'm just going to run up between these 2 spikes and you won't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, they camp in the middle. It's so silly. 5 gets the splash on the Stalfos, and got the powder ready to heal off the bunny beam here. Kermit also did catch a fairy outside, so he's got a little bit more safety in the bottle too. I think he still has that blue potion.
He does. Zeruvian used the blue potion on Trinix, so...
Oh, did he? Okay, I didn't see that.
Zeruvian did. I don't think Kermit used it. I believe he still has his blue.
Yeah. Having a little bit of trouble with Silver Lambo here. Takes 3 cycles at it.
Yeah, if you have to kill that bunny beam or take too long, messes up the quick kill on there and just... It makes things a little more difficult.
I mean, it's a heck of a lot better than dying because you didn't heal, but yeah, you can throw off the cycles. Gauntlet 4. I feel like Gauntlet 4 is my least favorite, actually. This room, I feel like, is the one that can just go the worst because Red's as X. And the Beamos on the ice moving around, it's just terrible. Kermit's good through torches 1. Pull the bonk in torches 2. Probably going to still open a couple chests here, hoping for a third sword. That'd be awfully nice. Be a huge improvement. Just some cash. Second chest there. We got 2 more chances at a third sword.
I was going to say, but the game usually has jokes, and we probably won't see a sword.
Second shield, though.
Second shield, though.
Will we get a mirror shield? I would laugh. It would be funny to me.
2 shields at the top of GT? Why not? Just casually.
Spin on Moldorm 2. There you go. Cut across. Final check. It's a bomb pack. Not even vanilla.
Not even vanilla.
Oh well. 2 swords it is.
My least favorite fight, just because Master Organa is just, it's basically a patience fight.
It is.
And I'm impatient.
Zara was also going to catch a fairy here. Pretty reasonable. Shouldn't worry too much about magic on this, though. I mean, it is, you do still have silver, so you don't need to light the torches that many times. We're getting bullied by Moldorm, but didn't get knocked off. Gets through it. Hermit's done with his Agatu fight. Dropping in to start the Ganon fight momentarily here. A fall would really suck here. Yes, correct, chat. This is definitely still in the realm of a Ganon fall would flip the lead absolutely here. But assuming Kermit just executes, he's got this.
Yeah, this is a nice close race. So like, just some decent skips by both runners and just good plays. Like, they're still within about a minute of each other.
Yeah, like they've been pretty close this whole time, and that's just like, you know, just Kaz boots things.
There's little differences here and there, like. Let's see, how many spins is it on Ganon here with the Master Sword? It's
12. It's 12 each in phase 1 and 2. Yeah. 12, 14.
Nice corner here for phase 2.
Yeah. You love to see this for phase 2 because then you don't have to really work hard at getting this. Didn't get all of them though. It's gonna have a two cycle.
It's hard to get all of them. I think you can get about 8 or 10 in safely before the bats start coming at you in the top right corner.
Yeah. I think if your timing is like really perfect, you can just barely sneak in the sixth spin, but usually you have cape and you can just kind of get it for free. Zara's dropping in here, starting his fight. Into phase 3 now. Wait for Ganon to stop warping. Drop a spin on him. Okay, here comes phase 4. Silver, free to go. We're going to different positioning for phase 2 here. Bit more awkward than just being able to go in the corner. Oh wait, that was his second cycle. Never mind, he's in phase 3 now. Okay. I believe has 1 silver arrow left. Just needs to get a good spot where he can hit Ganon. Get him stunned, and that's gonna do it. That'll do it. Yep. GG's in chat. Kermit's gonna be walking across this bridge in first place. We'll get an official time from the room in just a moment. And that's gonna be Kermit in first place with an official time from racetime.gg of 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 49 seconds. Ooh, it's Zaru. He's at the ferry. That's right. We're fine. Oh, I think he's already FF'd. Okay. Okay, yeah, what a friggin' close race, jeez.
Very, very close. I was like, not even a minute down there at the end, right?
Yeah, basically about a minute, I think, at most, if that. I wasn't looking at the exact time difference, but yeah, it was very close. See if we can get both of these two in to have a chat with us. In the meantime, we do have our winner of the race in the booth with us. GG's to you, Kermit. Well done.
Hey, GG's. Phew.
So where do you think the swords are? What's your guess?
Swamp Palace.
Probably swamp, yeah.
Oh, what we were feeling, or at least I was feeling, just like
At least one.
there's something in swamp, right? There's always something in swamp.
That would have definitely been the first check for me if we didn't find a sword in GT, but yeah, found it already in the beginning, so everything was alright.
Yeah, that hope room was just convenient. Like, here's that one sword you need. Go have fun.
Yeah. I was so nervous, you guys won't believe it. Shaking all the time. The beginning was really good, but I think it started in pod when I messed up the hammer jump, and yeah, then I got really nervous and it kept being pretty bad, so I'm just glad I won.
Yeah, it was a very tight race there, especially at the end, so it kept us on our toes, wondering who was going to come out.
Yeah.
And welcome as well to our other racer here, representing TM32, Zaruvian. GG's to you as well. That was honestly a really close race the whole way through.
Yeah, GG. I'm like, I don't think I could have shaken any more, right?
Yeah.
Without causing an earthquake up here in Minnesota, I don't think I could have shaken any more. That was one tense ride to GT. And we talked in the race room. I guess, any idea where the swords might be hiding out?
Probably swamp, the mirror on Trinex when you're like 7th dungeon TR. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but mirror on Trinex in a jet seed when your go mode is Ice Rod. You're not going to Swamp Palace. Why would you do that?
No. I mean, if he didn't find a sword in GT, maybe.
Well, yeah.
Hey, there's a sword.
Is there one on PED?
There's a sword on PED.
Oh no!
Oh my god, there is one here! Oh, beautiful.
Well, that tells you there's one sword and the other 40-some checks that we have hiding out somewhere.
Oh, this
No,
game is
I
wonderful.
changed my guess. The other sword is in Mimic Cave.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, that's at that point like the best spot for it, yeah. Oh, this video game.
Oh, this was a seed. This was a fun one to get going because it's just like I make the routing mistake to just leave my hammer sitting in the dam, and then come back around to just starting to clear stuff up. Like, wow, okay, this is starting to go pretty fast. I wonder what the catch is going to be.
There's always a catch.
You don't get a flute to move around fast, you don't get a mirror to do things efficiently, and the game just gives you everything but a sword anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just kind of throws all the items at you. Like nothing was really like inconvenient to get. You didn't have to do smith chain or go really like any pendant dives. Like there was even like nothing important in Thieves Town. So.
Well, there was a half magic in Thieves Town. I'm not going to call it important, but it is very nice to have in this kit.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're limited on weapons as you are, you love to have it.
Would have been great with a cape, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was so flustered. I tried to set up for Spike Cave, and the game said, "Nope, you're not getting a fairy today." So I'm thinking about Spike Cave too.
I was a little surprised you didn't go for it with the blue potion though.
I figured with what I was going to do next, I needed that blue anyway.
Yeah,
right, because you were headed into. Did you do ice next?
Yeah, I went and bought a second blue and went into ice with Fighter Sword. And if anyone's seen me do a Fighter Sword Cold Stare, then you've probably seen me have an exercise in frustration. Believe it or not, if you give me a sword against Cold Stare and no Fire Rod, then I'm going to screw it up worse than if I know I don't have a sword.
Oh yeah, I mean it's an awful fight with such low equipment. If you don't have the fire rod to go nuts, like it's terrible. Like, yeah,
my swordless Cold Stare is worse than my Fighter Sword Cold Stare somehow.
Somehow.
Yeah, GG to Kermit. Oh my goodness! When I saw that dot done after the first arrow went into Ganon, I'm like, oh, I knew it. This is gonna be a heck of a watch for everyone that was involved.
Oh yeah, like you two we're pretty much like it's a pretty just a Kaz Bootsy seed. Like you two are relatively on each other's tail for the most part, like just kind of trading dungeon clears. Like the routes were certainly different at times, but there were at least 3 points at which were both holding crystals simultaneously that the other one had already done. So yeah,
interesting.
Yep, it was close the whole way through, and you both played well. Like I didn't see any real big execution gaffes or anything. So like honestly, well done to both of you.
I'm sure my movement could be a lot better. That was probably one of the slowest escapes I've had in months. So I'll chalk that one up to nerves, but still.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe you two had the nerves going, like maybe even from the very beginning, because like castle sequence could have been more smooth for both of you, but yeah, like it wasn't atrocious.
I can't be getting under your skin. You've been doing this for years, Kermit.
And I'm still nervous every league race. Every time. I'm not nearly as nervous in, let's say, a ladder race, but when it comes to league and you're also playing for other people, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I have stomach aches and have to go to the toilet 3 to 4 times before every race. And then I don't know if the beginning is bad, then I'll most likely throw, but this time it only started halfway through the match, so it was okay.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot to be said for that pressure. You have teammates that are counting on you to win some games, and then especially if you're invitational, your match is probably on restreams. There's like 100 or 200 or so other people also watching what you're doing. It's it can get to you. Like I said, you still played really well.
All in all, it was fine, I guess, and being that close shows that you're not someone you should underestimate, Aruvian. So yeah, don't say that again. Well, or you're implying I'm also bad, which I don't like.
No. I really appreciate it, and it's been an honor to finally, after years of following Team Hime, I actually end up to race against Team Hime. Let's go. You three got to win some more for me. Just not this upcoming race. Let Zeke have one.
Well, I don't know. Sorry.
Zeke's up against Ravis. That's a bit of a mountain to climb over for Zeke, but I think he can do it if he puts his mind to it. Then we can all really take a win where we least expect it. That's part of the fun of playing this randomizer, is, as they say in the sports world, any given Sunday, you make one wiggle that your opponent doesn't, and suddenly you might solve a puzzle before they do.
Yeah, with the way that skill has been getting lately in the whole entire random community, it's just basically everyone's beatable. It just comes down to usually a couple decisions, maybe a couple execution things, but like no one is undefeatable.
Definitely.
And speaking of the mentioned race coming up between Zeke and Ravis, that will be here on this here Speed Gaming channel, scheduled for 4:10 Eastern. I don't think they'll be necessarily starting early, but if they are, stick around. But yeah, that's coming up in not too long, and we do have 2 more games scheduled for later, or I'm sorry, 3 more. 2 of them on Speed Gaming 2, and 1 of them also here on Speed Gaming Main. Then I think Scottish and G-Master are still happening right now on Speed Gaming 2. So if you want something to watch in the meantime, that's happening over there. But yeah, thank you again to our runners here. Their links are in chat. Please go give them a follow. I'm sure they would appreciate the attention. Thank you also to my co-commentator today, Amerith, for hanging out with me in the booth. It has been a pleasure. And also thank you again to our tracker, Slowpoke, for keeping things accurate on screen. We do appreciate everything you do for us.
Thanks, guys.